I did not.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to SNSN and our crew today. We have, myself, Mike. We have Ryan Aubin from Griswold Parks and Rec. And we have Rich, Yes I Can, Nova. You hate that, don't you? It's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Whatever.
Not even. And then you have Wayne Picklemeister Malin.
Wow, I thought that was gone.
No, once in a while.
And once in a while, bring it up.
Once in a while, every show he brings it up.
Yeah, chuckle.
Well, see, I don't get to do shows with him anymore, so.
Well, you probably will Monday.
Who? Who? You don't get to do shows with who?
Yeah, Kathy's down in D.C. with Rich.
Yeah.
Looking at the Capitol.
Yep.
Sounds like fun.
It is.
All right, so, is it shared everywhere?
Yep.
Did you throw it in
Both of them.
into the King's room?
I did.
It's the King's room.
You know who the King is?
No.
Carl Lucier.
Oh, yes.
He's the king. He's the king of all Griswold media.
Hey, that's been going on longer than the pickle thing, okay?
King Carl.
Yeah, he's the king of all Griswold media. Just ask him.
Well, Griswold now, anyway.
Well, that's the king of all media. Howard Stern doesn't hold a candle to him.
They can have it.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think I did everything right.
Did you? All right.
So how's it going?
It's going good. So today we're going to talk about the Great Griswold Get Together, which is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the same thing as the Great Griswold Get Together will be rain, which is always the same year. Everything.
Lori.
Why?
Lori Sorter texted me that a couple of days ago. The curse of the carnival. So the worst part of my job by far is trusting forecasts from other people.
Yeah.
Especially through the channels because they want a first alert and everything because it's ratings. So sometimes they don't tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, like 10 years ago, we had the bike night that we canceled. And I remember sitting out in my yard, staring at the sky, going, "Where's the rain?" It was the most beautiful day you possibly can have, and I got PTSD from that. So like every event, it's kind of like, okay, who do you trust? And right now, the 4 places I go, which is weather.gov.
That's the one I always go to. Yeah.
Yeah. Weather.com, Channel 3, Channel 8, all are showing different things. Yeah. So nothing's easy.
I'm sorry. I'm just clearing.
That's okay.
Let me clear my throat.
But as of right now, I mean, it looks like Saturday's the only iffy day. But it's 3 days of a carnival plus events, and it's different. Every day is a different theme. Like tomorrow night, we have 2 local churches performing Christian music, and then you have the carnival, and it's also bracelet night, so it's $30. All you want to, ride, and that's from 5 to 10. I highly suggest you go to that if you're going to ride because you'll have access more than Saturday. Saturday, again, is going to be the big day because of fireworks. But if the fireworks get postponed, I'm saying if, so I don't want people to be like, oh, it's canceled. It would be Sunday, which is supposed to be the pick of the weekend anyways.
Yep.
But with that said, if the best thing to do is go to griswoldrec.org, and that's where we have the updates. And I know everybody on Facebook is like, "Oh, it's rain. What are you going to do?" I'm not going to answer 300 of the same question. Yeah. So please just follow the Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and.
Well, it's funny because people don't go where the news is actually or the information is actually posted. They just hope to God that if they scroll through Facebook, it's going to come up.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And
so the Weather Channel has got, I like this one.
Yeah. Yep.
The Weather Channel says Friday it's going to maybe a slight chance of a rain shower. Slight.
Yep.
Mostly cloudy skies.
Yep.
Saturday is when the stuff happens in the morning.
Yep.
Thunderstorms,
which is okay.
all that stuff. Because we're not doing anything till like 2 or so.
Right.
In the afternoon.
Yep.
Then in the afternoon, it looks like it's just maybe a couple showers or something like that. Nothing to wash out.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then, like you said, Sunday is the best day on the way down. Right. So.
Yep.
Thinking if we follow this one, I think you'll be okay.
But they also
I
said
think so.
last night was going to rain, and it really only kind of drizzled a little bit. They were able to get in all 4 high school games at Dodge Stadium yesterday.
Oh, it rained at my house.
But
you wouldn't have played baseball when it rained.
No, what time did it start raining?
Oh God, we left.
It started raining. It was like
8-ish.
9.
9 o'clock.
No, we left at 9:30. So we're the last ones in there.
See, the thing is that they said it was going to start raining at 7.
Well, it's true.
My forecast here said it was going to be 8, 9 o'clock.
Weather bugs.
You also said everything says is different.
70% on Saturday for rain and day, 60% at night.
Yeah.
But
they don't define
Scott
night.
Haney said this morning, pretty much rain all day with thunderstorms.
Right. Yeah.
And that's probably more accurate. I think you just kind of throw it out there. It's going to happen all day.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it might.
Never know, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to throw some
showing up,
positivity out there. I think we're going to be fine.
I'm going to go with your forecast.
Okay, I think all the crap's going to hit in the morning Saturday, and then maybe a few drizzles in the afternoon, but it should be fine.
And the mill rate's going down.
And the mill rate's going to -5. True or false?
Yeah.
Everybody wins. We're all saving money.
Oh,
this
yeah,
year.
high five.
I think the biggest problem with the weather is like when you see the weather in the forecast, they give you a percentage of rain, like 40%.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that's for the whole region. It's not for Jewett City, Connecticut.
Did you know,
Yep.
Ryan, that
Yep.
82% of all percentage estimations
Oh,
are
wrong.
fake
There's
or made
a
up?
lot of percent.
Yeah.
That's like,
There's 92%
a-
that you're going to be here to the entire
was
show.
a Ron Burgundy when he's like
Ron Burgundy.
75% it works 100% of the time. It's like,
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense.
No.
But so yeah,
I'm a really
it's
big deal.
But so yeah, stay tuned. There's a lot going on. Fireworks will be at 9 o'clock Saturday. There's a ton of different nonprofits coming out, so there's tons of activity. A lot of children's programming and entertainment for we have a yo-yo performer, we have a juggler who's a magician, we have the strings, select strings and choir from the middle school. We have all the right moves who are doing dance
studio.
Yeah. So Saturday's a big day, and the target, what we're looking at is birth to 11. That's where all the entertainment comes in, or 12 and up for the middle schoolers. And then Sunday is really headline acts. You have Fusion, which is a really well-known dance band. They're actually here years ago for the Sunflower Stroll
On Main Street.
on Main Street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're out of Hartford, right?
yeah. And talented,
They're very
talented
good.
people.
Very good, yeah.
Plastercade, which is actually Phil Michelle's band. They came in second in the Battle of the Bands of Mohegan Sun. Phil's part of it, so they're good. And
And
then
just call it full-time Phil.
it really should be full-time Phil.
Should
Wasn't that great marketing?
That was excellent.
Thank you.
That was excellent. You did wonderful with that.
I teach communication at a college.
Cheer.
You know that, yeah.
Everybody was talking about full-time Phil.
Well, he deserves it.
Still do.
God, yeah, that guy's amazing.
Like it's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's. Everybody remembers it.
And then was it Feedback is it's a teenage band that's from Connecticut who's phenomenal for their age. They are incredibly talented, and they're going to come here too. And Nick Manu is our sound tech, so the sound's going to be amazing. So it's 3 days of just different things to do for all different ages. That's kind of the goal. But if you have young kids and you want to ride, tomorrow night is the day to do it because of the race. The bracelet is only $30.
Let's talk about the amusement company.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Last year, when last year's was a company that they like to go in area like residential swimming pools,
yes,
and just jump in for no apparent reason, and they're gone.
So behind every event I've ever done are thousands of stories that only I and my staff know that just drag us down, right? So that company went out of business.
That's not a big surprise.
So
no pool jumping this year.
No pool jumping.
We hope.
We hope.
D'Amico has armed guards in front of his pool now.
Unless there's residents that just want to walk over there.
Yeah, of course.
Just me, Blue.
It's Rockwell Amusements, which are amazing.
Well known.
God, they've been doing this for years.
What's
truly professional.
I was gonna say, what's the difference in professionalism between Rockwell and the schmucks you had last year?
I mean, they felt like they drove all the carnival rides. If you go there, you'll see the carnival rides. That by itself is like, all right, this is like the old company we had was like Little League, and this is the pros. Like you can tell just by the equipment they have, but just the professionalism of everybody I've talked to and their care for the, making this great. Like for example, they drove, the carnival rides down from the top of the hill and hit a soft patch in the grass, which you'll see. And they call it apologizing. Like they're like, we don't want to ruin anything. Like just, and they don't have to be like that. They literally have booked out all year.
Sure.
They don't have to be, but they do because they actually care.
But then the following year, they want to continue being booked,
Right.
But it's companies like that
right.
actually care.
Yeah.
And this is why they've been in business for so long.
Yep.
Yes.
And the big story is like this event was supposed to be June 7th, but we moved it to this weekend because the carnival company said they'll pay for the fireworks. They want to be part of this. So that says a lot. Mm-hmm. That by itself says, okay, it's the rep of our town, the rep of our department, what we do for the community and how far they see it through our marketing, that they want to be part of it, which is amazing. So yeah, it was just a lot of things lined up in a row. I did not know they went out of business until this week, the other company, because it came up why we didn't use them. I said, well, there's other issues. The things in the park, which I won't go into about their old staff, but just things wasn't great. This new staff is amazing, and
they brought their own strippers. I heard.
What's the old company?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not true. Let's not get that out there.
True or false?
True or false?
Yeah, well,
Big old no.
Next to the new parking garage.
What's that little cabana back there? What's that for?
That's for JoJo.
So we have a ton of food trucks coming. It'll be cool. All 3 days we have food trucks. And then they have their own setup food trucks too that come in. And yes, they will have fried dough. That's the biggest question.
Right, fried dough.
Yep.
I just hit Mike's soft spot. There you go.
Fried dough. Yep. Deep fried Oreos. They claimed it all because there's no compete food that the carnival claims. Mm-hmm. And so that will be there guaranteed. And then we have all different types of trucks coming.
So Saturday you also got a bunch of booths and stuff set up.
Yeah.
In a public area. Yeah.
They're called community champions. So it's the groups in the area that really support what we do and support the community as a whole. And it's a scavenger hunt. So the idea of Youthtopia is it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can show up and have fun. You don't have to spend a dime and you can show up and have fun. So the idea of the scavenger hunt is every booth has an activity. Kids go around and they get their, scavenger hunt checked. And then it comes back to us and then they get a prize before they leave. So if you're a nonprofit vendor, I say nonprofit, you have for-profit businesses, but they're not selling anything that day. They're networking. If they come back to us, they get a prize, but you're guaranteed traffic as a vendor. Because to get the prize, you have to go around to everybody and interact.
Get the card stamped.
Yep.
For every, fill up every spot.
Yep.
Is it every booth or whatever?
I think it's 20 or so things to do. So it'll be cool. So that's the Topias.
Yeah.
That is, if it's an annual event, there's a Topia on it. So the idea of doing that is just every year it's the same mission. Since I started 18 years ago, Youthtopia I think is 20 years old, but 18 years old we just kind of completely changed it into what it is now. But yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Excellent. Good time.
Yeah, and fireworks at 9-ish. So at night. And the best viewing, of course, is in the park. Or if you live on Ashland Street, out your back window. But yeah.
Or in the front yard.
Yep.
Actually, if you go into Carly Avenue.
Over there. Oh, nice.
At the back deck of the senior center.
That is the best spot. Oh my! I don't know if that's closed off.
Sorry,
I don't know if that's open.
Sorry, Lisa,
yeah,
Tina.
never mind. Don't go there.
It's the back deck of the senior center. It's not going to have 600 people back there.
Don't go there. But what a beautiful view that is.
Right.
When you look back there and you can see all the animals and it's amazing. But yeah, so that'll be. And there's a lot of people involved. It's not just me. I'm not just doing all this. You have like Fred Marzik, who's the fire marshal. He'll be with the fireworks the second they enter the town.
Has to be
All the way to when they leave. And then you have Jute City Fire Department and Griswold Fire Departments. Everybody really supports this. We'll have troopers there that we hired for overtime, and then if the residents are on, they'll be there too. So there's a lot of people involved. So.
Do you have anything?
No, Rich and I will be there. We'll be sitting in a couple booths,
Probably the only ones.
sharing time.
By the sounds of it, right?
No, we got a couple people.
Yeah, I know.
Cool. Well,
I'm going to miss it because I have other obligations I have to be at. I
well,
would absolutely love to have been there.
Wow.
Make sure,
I'm hoping for no
make sure all
rain.
the fried dough's gone. Then.
Mike,
yeah.
Mike, Mr.
There will be
Griswold.
fried dough where I'm going to as well.
Mike, Mr. Griswold's not going to
No.
be there.
No, that's Carlos.
But to your thing about the carnival company, so like Rockwell coming in, their attitude and everything about everything. Listen, that's money back in their pockets.
Yeah.
You come in here and act like a, non-professional.
Yep.
It just doesn't work. People aren't going to want to ride your rides. I mean, doing what they're doing, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I was blown away. They have 13 rides running. The other carnival had 9. And these are big rides. Like if you go down there, you'll see the pirate ship, that goes like this.
Oh, really?
Is in the middle. Like these are legit. As Jeff, who's the coordinator for the carnival, said, you're going to have like your own mini state fair. Like that's what it's going to be like.
Cool.
So they were all, it's good.
Yeah.
Work together.
Do you think maybe that this is their first year here, Rockwell, that maybe they're trying to make a little bit of a statement?
I would think so, yeah. Well, them at Plainfield, too. So Mark Simmons, not Plainfield. He was Preston. So Mark Simmons, who's in Preston now, we actually, he met with Rockwell, and we talked about it, we'll offer him 2 spots, Griswold, Preston. And that's how we kind of got the interest. And I think something canceled. So that's why they wanted to come through here. Because they actually came from Warwick, Rhode Island. So they came, I could see them all coming down, 138 every time I went to Public Works. There's another ride going by me. So it makes sense because they have something going on there. Go to Griswold, and then later in the summer, Preston's going to offer theirs too. So it's everybody works with everybody, which is awesome. So
let's get past this weekend. That's not the only thing that's happening in Griswold.
No,
at all. There are other things that are coming up as well. Why don't you go ahead?
So you're going to be Mike Minarski is going to be wrestling.
No.
With a thong, right? With a thong.
We can only hope. We can only hope.
Yeah. I'll be Yoko
on a big tarp with oil, right?
June 20th.
Holding a chicken wing.
Yeah, I can see the crowds now, just knocking down the doors.
He's going to come sliding in, with a chicken wing in his hand.
I'll stand up and go.
Yeah, chicken wing, no, dude, turkey leg, not a chicken.
Turkey leg. That's
leg.
right. There we go. Go big or go home.
June 20th. OWR, which is Outcast Wrestling Revolution, which is an indie. It's an indie group from the Ledyard area. For
you know
professional.
What indie means?
No.
Independent.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Meaning they don't work for one of the big, large. We keeping you awake over there, Wayne.
Yeah.
Wayne, you need to not come back until you can stop yawning during the show because it does not give us a good appeal.
No, I'm
it's
sorry.
like how you doing?
Wrestling.
I'll put this in front of my face.
He yawned when he said thong, when you're wearing a thong. So he's yawning over there. But yeah, it's
I'm
indie
swallow
wrestling.
the throw up that came up.
So it's not just a wrestling event. The idea is we're going to have. So I don't know if you ever see those large scale foam parties that have foam cannons and kids play and they have a dance party and all that. So we have that from 5 to 6. This is June 20th, so you got some time. And then you have inflatables. We have a 22-foot water slide coming. You have a gigantic slip and slide racer. You have inflatable obstacle courses, moon bounces for the young kids, and then combo moon slides. So I think we have 6 or 7 coming. So the way to think about it is kind of the end of the year celebration for the community. We're not going to market that too much outside of Griswold, except through the OWR, because we're trying to make sure it's just local families going. Because if you have inflatables, you know how chaotic that can get. So we're going to try that. And we're hoping we added Utopia to it. So we're hoping it's an annual thing. But the cool thing about
Wayne's got to yawn. Hold up.
The cool thing about the indie group is they're
Wayne's running for first selectman. Oh, that was boring.
They bring the wrestlers come and they interact with the community, so they want to make their wrestling events community events rather than just a 3-hour show. So you get a 3-hour show plus tons of things for kids.
It's going to be that long of a show, 3 hours.
Yeah,
Really?
yep. And they didn't give me wrestlers yet, but it's nice. We had another group come in years, which were good, but they were. What was it?
NEW you're talking about?
Yeah, yep. They're from New York area. They had some good talent that came in, but we're trying to zero in on Connecticut, and this all came up from a recreation commission meeting. So we had a member that knew somebody, and it all kind of went that way.
Nice.
And they
were here.
Who's that?
The wrestlers from the Revolution.
Oh, here in.
Yeah.
I didn't
watched
know that.
WrestleMania together.
Oh, I thought it meant for a podcast.
No, watch WrestleMania again. Then we spent an hour in the parking lot, and one of the guys was showing us how to get chops, the proper way to chop. When they do. Wayne, go to sleep. But go back to sleep, Wayne.
Was that a free event?
Yes.
It is.
Yep.
I thought you were talking about pork chops. I woke up.
We had that first.
So-
Supposedly, you kind of cup your hand,
Mhm.
and you like that, and then you just
I,
go up like that.
Oh, now I know. It's funny because I brought my kids to wrestling shows, and everybody while you're waiting, you just hear like
Woo!
everybody's just chopping each other, and I'm like, oh, at least my kids aren't doing that yet. So
Give it time.
give it one of these days.
CJ will do it next week.
CJ, yes, you do it now. But
So yeah, that's wrestling June 20th, and then for the recreation side, we have Skyhawk camps coming up. We have a volleyball camp. We have pickleball camp. These are all for kids. Multi-sport camp.
Now, pickleball's huge.
Yep.
It's just grown, exponentially. Where are you going to have the pickleball camp?
Elementary school. Yep.
Okay.
So it's a middle school.
Inside or
program.
outside?
Inside.
So did they mark the?
Yeah, we do it every time we need it. Actually, it's funny at the middle school, they have them marked out already.
Mhm.
I just use the elementary school because it's easier to schedule. And then summer camp kicks in, and we're at about 70% full for summer camp. So yeah, it's from now to August 15th. It flies by with tons of programming, and we all do it again in September. So
Just start it all over again, rinse and repeat.
What worked, what didn't, and adjust accordingly.
What is something that you put together? You were pretty high on, thinking this, and then it just flopped.
The Snowflake, not a parade, but the festival. It was the timing. It's the one we did at the
Are we talking
school.
about this year?
No, the parade was amazing. It was the year we took a year off from the parade and did the festival at the school.
Oh yeah,
That was
Oh,
during
yeah,
COVID,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Oh, not COVID. It was actually we just didn't have the organization at the time because at the time Phil, we didn't know if he's coming back. So we just did something different that was easier to put together at the school. Which you had a couple hundred people attend, which is great, but that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for thousands. So that's why we went back last year to the Snowflake Parade, and then this year we're going to do it again, but do a full circle, and then have Santa and other costume characters in the school.
Yep.
So there's no kids freezing, waiting for anything, with a concert outside if they want to attend that too. So every year you kind of figure out what worked, what didn't. Like Eggtopia, we're thinking about Sheldon Road having an egg hunt on the nature trail rather than in the school, if it's not raining, of course. But yeah, it's fun. You get to tweak everything every year and change it and make it better, and learn more from your failures than anything else. So, and whatever you use from your failure, you add to something that works eventually. Like the failure in the Snowflake Festival, the coronation of having everything inside and having the live music was amazing. The lighting that Dawson Entertainment did really added a whole new element. So we're going to take that positive from a failure and put that towards what we're doing the Snowflake Parade for the setup for Santa. So you learn something from everything that's bad.
So it's not really a bad thing if something fails.
Right.
That's what you're saying.
I've had many failures.
Yeah,
So
join the club.
yep.
Rich has never failed.
Ever.
Never.
Can't say that.
Do you have anything, Wayne?
No, I'm just hoping the weather holds out, like we talked about, and everybody can enjoy the carnival.
Yep.
On Utopia. So
Yeah.
a lot of information is going to be
Utopia?
presented Saturday.
This is Utopia.
Utopia.
Topia. Don't forget the Topia.
Utopia.
And if people are like, I don't have kids.
Not Thongtopia, Youthopia. Okay? Stop thinking about thongs, Mike.
I didn't say a word. I think it was you.
Your ratings
Twice.
go up every time someone mentions it.
I know. Ratings go up and then people fall off.
What's going on in Griswold?
Thongs.
Oh, I know you've got the Sunflower race coming up.
Yeah, Sunflower 6K. It's always the first Sunday. Sorry, of August. Jay Rainier, and his family and his wife, and huge part of they do that every year. That will be in the Griswold Fire Department helps manage the route. Sign up for that race. It was the first year they did it. It was number 44 most beautiful run in the world. Through Runners Magazine.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh my God. They had Rome, Griswold, Connecticut, and Versailles. Like that was the word. Like think about that's amazing by itself. I highly recommend that. We just had our color run that was successful. We'll do that again next year.
You guys know what the color run is? What it entails?
Something about kids getting painted up or something like that.
Yeah, they throw a powder, cornstarch powder.
Yeah.
Yep, and they they have fun. And again, you learn something from everything.
Yeah.
There's so that run, we had a cone to block from people going down to
Talking about the color run?
Color run,
Okay.
yeah. And that cone wasn't moved. So the route that we had changed because everybody followed the route back. And in the end, we found, well, that's a better route. So so next year we're using that route, and it was about the same mileage that you need for a 3K. So you learn something from everything.
Very good. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to stay in Griswold?
Am I going to stay in Griswold?
Yeah. The rumor is that you might beat feet.
I don't. I have potential.
Sorry to do this to you.
I know I have potential,
but I've heard stories, and I figure the most honest approach I was going to get is here. He's going to punch me in the face later.
No, it's fine. Nothing's concrete. But yeah, I'm not sure. There's this opportunity. I have to weigh it with if it's best for my family, because honestly, this job is 30 to 40 hours a week. I can only get paid for 35. And everything you do on the weekend is basically volunteer because we don't have enough time in the week to take time off.
If you look at the budget and what this man actually makes, it's nothing.
Pennies on pennies.
Pennies on what he does.
Yeah, if I didn't work at Three Rivers, I couldn't afford living in Griswold. That's kind of the truth. So
and your wife's back to work. Does an amazing job, by the way.
Yes, shout out to Jolene. She's on Main Street.
Melissa's already gone to her.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
It's funny too because it was scary, but she's so good at what she does, and I'm like, word's gonna get out, and it's true. It happened,
of course.
And so she's doing great, and it's fun. So
is she gonna do it on roller skates?
That
would really be funny.
She can do it.
She's a roller skater, She competed, right?
All over the United States.
Wow.
Yeah, and I can't roller skate, which is super ironic. So like when we go to skate parties, I'm watching, from the flat area, that I'm not on the court, and then all my kids are out there with her. And I'm like, you guys do it because I tried too late in life.
So she's over, and it's new here, but Jen's not new to Jewett City, Griswold, by the way.
Yes.
So like she had a salon over on Slater.
Yep.
And then for whatever reason, she opened up another one under a different name in like Oakdale, Salem.
Oakdale, yeah, which is doing great.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then she now has opened up JTM.
Yep.
Which is right next to where the old Subway used to be.
Yep.
Okay,
It used to be. It's funny because I always said it's where Zuckerbrums used to be.
The
And,
Toy
like,
Story.
I was getting a hair.
That area.
Yeah, I was getting a haircut, and I'm like, "This is where I used to buy my GI Joes." Like, this is
That's
the same
exactly
spot.
it.
Yeah, JTM is right across from Pizza Palace. It's I highly recommend her because she's great. So, we got a heart.
She's already there.
Nice. So, if she can make me look good, she can do anything for anybody else. So,
No, I'm. Can you put hair on his head or what?
Keep me from yawning.
How did I know?
No, I can't. I have to yawn when I'm getting my hair cut. It just like
yeah, I fall asleep too. She has a squirt
Easy.
bottle and she shoots.
right in the face. Yeah.
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 It's
And she
probably
enjoys
smart.
it. So
we
much.
need that for Wayne here.
Wake me up.
When he yawns right in the throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you're yawning. You can't
Get him in the gullet. Oh
But
my
yeah.
God.
Yep.
So she's doing really, really well. It's good to
Yes.
know. I mean,
Yep.
a lot of people knew that she cut hair anyway.
Yeah, I mean, she's been
You
doing.
know.
She's worked for Nicole, Dawson, did weddings for years, and like she used to cut family hair, of course. She never quit. So even and raised 3 kids at home, so it's kind of amazing by itself. And now some sort of freedom, right? That she can get out and do her thing, and where it gets out quick. And
Yeah. Well, the kids are a little older now. She can
Yeah.
get out and do stuff.
yeah, and you don't have to
You
worry,
know.
worry about home life because they're at either the youth center or Wolverine Forward at the school, and so it's a good thing for everybody.
What is Wolverine Forward?
It's an elementary school after school program.
Okay.
Jacelyn runs it. An amazing program.
Yep. Yeah,
Highly
my
recommend.
oldest granddaughter
Yeah.
does that in kindergarten. It's like pre-K and kindergarten or
Yeah.
something like that. It fills in the hours for the full day.
Yep.
Activities, a lot of activities. And
Is it
things
like
that.
almost like a daycare kind of thing?
Right after school to 6
yeah,
o'clock.
yeah.
Very affordable. I mean, if you compare other places that charge you an arm and a leg, that's affordable. They do academics to art to whatever. They have a talent show in the third. So like it's cool. It's kind of like, and I give them a lot of credit because summer camp we do it for 7 weeks, right? They do it for 44 weeks, whatever it is for the school.
Yep.
It's a lot of work, and they have a great staff, and everybody's wonderful. So, but yeah, I mean, Jolene couldn't go to work if we didn't have that. So that's how it works.
Something, yeah.
Yep.
So I'm officially challenging to a wrestling match.
Oh yeah.
Dirtbag.
We're thinking about doing the NWO graphics, but GCW,
GCW.
what is it?
TWO?
Oh, yeah,
Griswold World Order.
with the logo. You'll see. We'll come back out.
I get my face painted like Sting.
This one you can go in the ring. They're allowing it.
Oh,
with their
really?
insurance. Remember the other company wouldn't let
I
us?
did that once,
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Where was that?
It was actually at Montville High School.
Oh yeah.
yeah. And let's see, Hacksaw Jim Duggan was on the card. There was a couple others, but I actually started off the show because I was in there and I was supposed to show a banner.
Yep.
For the station I used to work at back then. It was called Rock 102 down in London,
Mhm.
which is now, if you follow the bouncing ball and you follow the beans, it's the Wolf.
Oh, okay.
So I'm in the ring, and then this other guy who also worked at the station as well, a younger guy.
Yeah.
He comes sauntering into the ring and everything. And I'm telling people to shut up. you
That must
listen
have
to
been
me.
fun.
And I'm older than him, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm only part-time now because of you. My wife left me because of you.
Oh my God.
That kind of stuff. I wasn't even married at the time, And then he took the banner from me in the tube and hit me over the head.
Oh my
I
God.
bumped, had to fall down, and then we wrestled all the way back.
Nice.
Well, we got a little rough when
Yeah.
we knew, but we were just
Yeah.
so we were spinning and going back. Well, there's an old heater back in the day that was on like a cast iron heater.
Yeah,
I hit it right with my lower back and
Oh my God.
ripped me open. They had to
Really?
patch me up and everything. Well, they put
So you really got an injury from a wrestling match.
I
That's
juiced,
amazing.
man. I juiced.
Just above the
amazing.
thong line.
That's
There you go.
We know he's on his mind.
We know what's on Wayne's like. Mary Beth.
Yeah, I'm not so sure it is.
Yeah, come on over here.
Skinny
Yeah.
on over a little bit. right?
Yeah.
You're the one who started it.
Actually, I think it was Ryan that started it about the thong thing,
Mm.
wrestling.
That's right. It's my fault. But yeah, I hope you're coming.
My
to
fault. Let's
Carnival.
move on. So Carnival's this week. What time does it start again?
So Friday, tomorrow, it would be entertainment starts at 6. The bands are playing. I think it's Lighthouse Church first, and then Rev after that. But it's still 10. And then on Saturday it'd be 2 to 10, and then Sunday 2 to 10. So
All right, very good. We're going to finish up in just a minute right here. So you're going to hang with us for a couple more minutes.
you got it.
All right, be back in a minute here on SNSN.
Today's program is being brought to you by the Burns Agency in Dayville and Norwich. Home, auto, life insurance, all from a family-owned agency since 1932. Call 860-774-8549 or find them on the web at burnsagency.com and find out why you'll buy better at Burns. The Burns Agency, a Hub International company. Strain Family Motors on Route 12, Lisbon. Quality used cars like the SNSN Strain Family Motors Mobile that you will see at all SNSN sports events. Oil changes, remote car starters, all available and more in their service department. And if you really want to turn up the excitement, rent a Polaris Slingshot for the day and live it up. All available at...
All right, here we are. We're back and talking about the weekend event, along with the fireworks and the carnival, which is going to be at Veterans Memorial Park on Ashland Street.
Also, you just remind me too. So on the 20th, when you do the Wrestletopia event, our youth wrestling coaches will be there to help share information about our youth wrestling group that we're doing.
Perfect.
And we're hoping
perfect
the middle school will have a wrestling team this year. And then our youth wrestling will, take the ages up to that. So there's a lot of great potential there. It's not just to let you know, professional wrestling and Olympic wrestling are two different things.
Absolutely.
But they share the same love. Basically, it's a same fan. And then the other thing I wanted to mention too is Griswold Youth Basketball is changing next year.
Again?
We're adding a high school program.
Oh.
So if you try out for the team and don't make the team, you now have a backup plan. And for the girls, we're trying to grow the girls basketball league because it's tough with girl enrollment. Once they hit age 10, usually enrollment decreases quite a bit. So the idea is we're trying to build up all the girls in the area so just every town is welcome to play. But we're trying to give them a base of self-confidence so they continue that through. And an option if they don't make the school team, they can still play basketball. Yeah. So that would be my focus is that the new high school program, and then our older kids for normal rec will go up to age 14 now, which is new. And then this year we're doing everything back in house. Travel basketball. We have a travel team called the Wolverines, and this is, as one of the parents from Lisbon said, that's a legit travel group. Like it's not just recreation travel like some towns do, where they just basically don't have enough teams, they have to play other schools. This is CBC, highly elite players. These will be your Wolverines for middle school and high school, and we go all the way from age grade 3. So like you have like a decade worth of potential wrestlers. All right, potential basketball players coming up for boys and girls. Yeah. So that says a lot. And then so with that, you have the highly elite, players playing that travel Wolverines league. So our rec league is focused on those who want to have fun. So basically, if you had a better player on your team, you may not get the ball a lot. The way I organize our rec basketball is now that they're separated out and they're learning more. They learn more from competition at that level than they would in rec. And so the rec kids will have fun. They'll get the ball more and they'll grow their love for basketball because they'll be part of the game and everybody's at the same level. So yeah, that would be next year. It's a different focus. We're always looking for coaches. We really need coaches to grow the league, and we want to have 4 to 6 teams per division. And more importantly, for a parent, it's a very easy to follow schedule. Last year with our rec travel, we tried playing a couple other towns. It's really hard to coordinate a league by yourself, never mind with other towns. So it'll be very easy to follow. You'll have a schedule within the first month, and we go all the way up to March, starting in November. I mean, so it's a long program.
It's long.
Yeah, which you get your money's worth, which is that's the biggest thing I hear about other towns, that they don't get their money's worth, and it's kind of like cliquey. We don't do that in Griswold. We're trying to make sure everybody, if you're great at basketball, if you're not friends with all the the kids who are in that group, you're still having fun in basketball. That's our focus. So,
all right. Well, good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
Hopefully, the weather stays good.
Nice.
So, in all seriousness,
Everybody show up. Have a good time.
Oh, they will.
Yeah,
they will.
They always do.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to do it for us. We'll be back on Monday.
If you get a chance, drive by tonight. They're going to light everything up, so you'll bet to
I already
see
got
what
a
it
picture
looks
from
like.
son-in-law. Took a picture
Oh,
this
great.
morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Post
It's
it.
beautiful.
You're not on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a shot across the bow. He usually does that once in a while. Yeah, get on social media.
Send it
Don't
to
do it. Don't do it.
Send it to Mr. Canova.
Don't
Have
do
him-
it. Yeah, I'll
have
put
him
it out
post
there.
it.
Keyboard warriors, yay.
I'll put it out there.
Anyway, thank you, Wayne.
Yep.
Yep.
Happy to be here.
We'll be
He's
back.
Fun. He's fun to beat up a little bit.
We'll be back.
It's like sport.
Like I'm the old guy.
I know. And Mr. Canova, thank you.
Anytime.
And the assistant of all Grizzled Media.
The assistant.
The assistant of all things Grizzled Media.
Deputy Warden.
Deputy. And of course, Ryan Aubin, thank you. And,
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
And we'll be back with another show on Monday.